guys, I know it's been a while. I hope everybody is doing fantastic. We are here on Sanibel. I just wanted to show you guys the causeway is closed and the public beaches are closed, but the residents private beaches are opened if you have an A sticker on your vehicle, or you can walk or bike to them. So not all of the beaches are closed, just the public beaches are closed, like Lighthouse Beach, Blind Pass, Algiers, Tarpon. Any of those beaches are roped off and closed. The causeway is completely closed, and then they have signs up, you know, social distancing in effect. Hello, husband. Social distancing is in effect, so you know you guys have to keep your distance. And so we're gonna come down. We are at Narita Beach, Coquina Beach here. I did come out last night, you guys. They did a really fun video. We did a virtual beach walk. It was so fun. And then I went home and my phone went to heaven, death by fish tank. And I'm so sorry. The footage did not get uploaded to my cloud, so I was unable to retrieve it. So we're doing a retake of last night's video for you guys. So yeah, so anyway, we're gonna see how it goes. So you guys are coming with us. So I'm on Barry's phone right now. Thank Barry for letting me use your phone, so I don't have one. So we're gonna come back out and see how the beach is tonight. I don't know if it'll be the same as it was last night, but that's the beauty of doing, you know, beach walks and everything, is you never know, right? You never know what you're gonna see. You never know what you're gonna find. But I'll give you guys just a little panorama view. It is very cloudy and overcast today. We have not had any rain yet. And it doesn't really look like we're going to get rain, but we might later on tonight. I hope you guys are all doing well. I just want to say that I am very sorry that everybody is going through this crazy situation. I really am sorry for everyone. You know, there's some of you are working and you have to work and you wish you were home with your family. I'm sorry for you guys. There's some of you that that you know, you can't work and you wish you could, and there's some of you that need to work and you can't because your kids are home. And I get it, and I'm so sorry. There's a little remnants of a little alligator that somebody was building. So I just want you guys to know that if there's anything that I can do for any of you, please reach out. And I am here for you. I'm gonna try to do more of these videos for you guys now that I know that you can come to the beach. And I know that a lot of you had trips and vacations scheduled that you had to cancel, and I'm sorry for you guys as well. That really, it just sucks, and I'm just sorry. So last night we came to the beach. It was covered in seaweed. It was just crazy covered in seaweed. And so it really cleared out. Like I try to explain, like it really does change with the tides. I can't even tell you guys how different the beach looks right now than it did last night. So if there's any way I can pull the footage off my phone, I will do that. I don't know if I will be able to, but let me just show you guys really quick. So I know that a lot of you watch my videos, so you probably already know this, but there's different rack lines. So the most recent or the most fresh rack line is going to be right here. And then there's another one kind of right here. And then you've got another one kind of right here. And then you've got that big dark one up over here. So, no, you're good. So it just kind of depends on, you know, where you want to look. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot going on in this, you know, fresh rack line right here. Just little scallops. But the rack line that's the most fresh or the most recent is sometimes where you'll find the most sea life. So starfish, maybe some sand dollars, maybe some crabs, maybe stuff that got stuck in like the high tide or the tide's going out. So this is kind of where, you know, last night we found some kind of sea life. It was really funny. It was like a piece of driftwood and so forth and so on. And then the other rack lines, you want to kind of look and see if there, you can see how high the tide got like last night, right? So here's some of the seaweed that we saw last night. So all of this seaweed was down by the water, and you can see here's like a little piece of a tulip, and here's a little piece of a paper fig there. So, you know, all of this seaweed was just covered. It was just covered in seaweed, like a ton of seaweed, which was kind of fun to look through and hunt through because there were some fun things, but it was just, this is like all that it was. It was just a ton of seaweed. Here's a little piece of driftwood here that would be a fun little craft project for somebody. A little fun piece of driftwood. But I don't see anything super exciting, but you can see like where the tide like ended. So anyway, I'm gonna come back to kind of this. So you can see like how there's like shells right here. So you kind of want to follow the line where you see some shells. And you know, that's kind of, here's a little pink scallop. I think I found this pink scallop last night. I think this is the same kind of, I really do too. If I can find the footage, you guys are gonna see it and be like, oh my gosh, she's not kidding. That was like the same pink scallop. So you guys will be able to kind of see the same line that I was following last night. And it's not uncommon. I have literally found the same shell twice before. It's kind of funny. That has happened before. So, oh, here's a cute kitten paw. Here. So sometimes you come out here and there's piles of shells. It's a cute little coquina. There's one that's pink and one that's blue.
All right, one.
Sometimes you come out and there's a ton of shells. And sometimes you come out and there's not a lot of shells. And then sometimes you come out and you just have to look. Ooh, look what has been found. We found one of these last night too, and I showed you guys. And now I don't have that video. So this is what we call a mermaid purse, but it's actually an egg case to a skate or a shark. And they look very similar, and I'm not an expert on being able to identify what species of shark or skate these are from. But a skate is similar to a stingray, but they're more round. They're kind of more of like a, I'll show you. They're kind of more of like that shape, like this. And then they have like a tail, kind of like that. So this is the egg casing, and this one's empty. It's like starting to harden up, so as they dry out, they get kind of hard. But this is what they look like, and then we call them mermaid purses. Once they get all, you know, dried out, that mermaid keep their mermaid money in. So these are really fun when you find them. You can let them just dry out and then put them in your little bowl with shells, and they make a really fun little, you know, keepsake or whatnot, little treasure. And then here's another fun little piece of holy driftwood. It's really fun, and I believe I had done a video on this before, but just in case I didn't, these little holes, people always ask what makes these holes, and they're actually a species of clam. If you guys go back to the shell show video, I think that's the video that I showed you guys. There was an exhibit that showed the clams actually living in the hole and making these holes. So when you find a piece of driftwood like this with holes and you know what made the holes, it kind of makes it like extra fun and extra special. So it's pretty cool. I don't see any little clams in there, but that's what makes them. And then we do have here a really fun piece of green seaweed. This is like the kind of seaweed I love. It's like, you know, like the kind of, when you think of seaweed, this is what you think of, right? Like the kind of grassy looking, fun green seaweed. Okay, so this is an egg casing. It's probably the most common egg casing you find. And it is a lightning whelk egg casing. And last night I did find one that had little babies in it that hadn't hatched yet. But this one looks like they're all hatched. And the funny thing about lightning whelk egg casings is before they hatch, you see this little hole right here? This little hole will be present on the egg casing before it hatches, but it'll be solid. It won't be a hole yet, but you'll be able to see where the hole will be. It'll be a little bit thinner than the other part of the egg case, and it'll be the same on every single one. Can you see it's in the same place on every single one? So it's kind of like a pre-drilled hole, if you will, and it's very, very thin. So when it comes time for the little shells to hatch, they all know to go out that little hole right there where it's more thin, and they're able to hatch out. So it's pretty cool. So this one's all empty, and you can always take these home too, just dry them out really well. They make kind of a fun little, you know, fun little thing to keep, fun little treasure to keep too. All right, let's keep walking and see what we find. All right, so I'm coming up here into this rack line with kind of all this junk because I want to see if anything fun washed up. I'm not really seeing a lot down here, so we're gonna see if anything washed up. I can tell you guys the no-see-ums are like out in full force. So what is this little thing right here? Oh, it looks like an orange peel. So the no-see-ums are killing me right now, so make sure you bring some bug spray or wear some long sleeves. Long sleeves don't always help, but at least it's something. Dawn and dusk are the worst. So if you are on the beach, just beware. Okay, so this is another lightning whelk egg casing. But what's interesting about it is it's got other egg casings attached to it. And these egg casings are tulip egg casings. So can you guys see the difference? They're a lot smaller, right? And they're shaped a little bit different. And then they have little holes in the top. Let's see if you guys can see the little holes in the top where they hatched out. And then same thing here. Right here. We've got those, and then we've got a couple right here too. So that's kind of cool that you've got egg casings on an egg casing. So that's really fun. And then let's see what else we can find. I don't think we have too much of a sunset going on tonight. It's a little bit on the cloudy side. I'll keep checking back to see if we have any pretty sunset for you guys, but I'm not really seeing much. Here's a little fighting conch. Here. And here's a little lightning whelk. A little beat up. A little sandy in there, but he's there. And here's a little stone crab claw. Here's a crab claw of, looks like that might be a blue crab. And then we have a stone crab. So we are known for stone crab season here. This is like a little bitty one. They usually get pretty big. And then here's another little crab claw. So lots of times you'll find some washed up sea life. Oh, here's a bigger one. Here's a bigger stone crab claw. Still not big enough of like ones that you would see that people eat, but this is what a stone crab looks like. So if you guys hear about like everybody raving about stone crab claws, this is what they look like, and you crack them open and you eat them. I don't eat seafood, but my husband loves stone crab claws. I'm trying to see if there's anything else over here. What is this? Oh, it's a pistachio. It is a shell. I guess it is a shell, right? It's a nutshell. It is a shell. And then let's see. Here's another egg casing of a lightning whelk, and then it does have a couple tulip egg casings on there as well. And the bugs are just, if you guys want to see what a no-see-um looks like, let me see if I can zoom in. That's what they look like. So you can see them. They call them no-see-ums, but you can definitely see them. That is what they look like. And last night it was so funny because there was seaweed everywhere, right? And then there were parchment worm casings like all over the place. And the parchment worm casings look like this. And I kept thinking they were like, because you know we're in the like, you know, COVID era, pandemic world. And I kept thinking they were like pieces of latex glove. It was so funny. I was like, yeah, little pandemic humor there. It did. It looked like, because it was like, you know, they were super white against the background of the dark seaweed. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing like fingers, latex glove fingers everywhere. Like, doesn't that look like a piece of latex glove? I mean, it just does to me. I don't know. I'm a permanent makeup artist, so I wear a lot of gloves. I see a lot of latex gloves, and that's just what my mind went to, so I don't know. And then here are some more parchment worm casings, and I almost walked right by, but look, we have another mermaid purse right here. Super fun. So another skate or shark egg case, and it is empty. There's nothing in there. You can see the little place right here where it like hatched out. So that's really fun. We've got another little stone crab claw right here. So that's, stone crab claws are fun to collect too. I mean, you can just let them dry out really well, but they're pretty sturdy and pretty hardy, so they're kind of fun to put in like a shell bowl. But up here in all this junk, like I say, there's sometimes you'll find fun shells and fun, you know, crab legs. And you have to be careful though too, I will tell you, if you guys can see the ants up here, because there is like carnage and dead sea life. Show you guys, like up here, like there's some ants crawling around. I don't know where they're coming from or where they're going to, but you do want to just make sure that you're careful, especially like, you know, if you don't have a lot of shoes. I mean, if you don't have shoes on and a lot of foot protection. I have sneakers on, but just be cautious of the ants. Ants are a great tool to use to clean out your shell. So a lot of times if you get home and you have really stinky shells, and you might have a shell that just has remnants of an animal inside, maybe it is empty, but it still has some of the material, the flesh material in the shell, which is causing it to be stinky. You can leave it outside, bury it a little bit in like a pot or away from your home, where you don't mind getting some ants, and then, you know, the ants will clean it out for you. Look at this little cute pear whelk. Look how cute that one is. It's adorable. And a nice piece of driftwood right here too. And that's a nice easy way to clean out your shells. I would recommend doing that first before you bleach them, because if you bleach it first, a lot of the time that smell will be masked a little bit, and then the ants won't really want anything to do with it. So, and I will also tell you to be careful and don't leave your sea life outside. If you leave urchins, starfish, sand dollars, you may have rats instead of ants, and they might take off with your precious treasures and eat them. So I had that happen to me the hard way years ago. I had brought some sea urchins home, and I left them outside, and they were gone the next day. So be very careful with that. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you how cool the sky looks. This is towards the east end. So Lighthouse is right around the corner down there, and it's super cool. Some like storm clouds going on. I'll give you guys kind of a panoramic view. It really is neat to see the sky at sunset. I mean, I always say, like, you know, having grown up down here, there's no such thing as a bad sunset. I mean, even when you don't see the actual sun set, it's still really pretty no matter what, you know? I mean, Barry and I, we got married on the beach on Marco, and at sunset, it was really beautiful during our ceremony, and then this wicked, massive, like, severe thunderstorm came through, and right at the end of our ceremony, right when we got done, it started pouring rain and storming. So we all ran off the beach, and we got some great pictures. We had a double rainbow. It was awesome. But then we couldn't do, like, you know, pictures afterwards until the storm was done. And then we went back out there, you know, and it was right after sunset, and we got some really cool pictures with the storm clouds. So, which are pictures we, you know, I mean, we were expecting sunset pictures, but, you know, they turned out really cool. So you know, you just have to go with it when it comes to the beach and it comes to Mother Nature and weather. And just like with this pandemic, I try to tell people that you have to, just like with the beach, right? You have to look at the bright side. You've got to stay positive, and you've got to say, you know what, like if there were piles of shells right now on the beach, you know, maybe you wouldn't have seen, you know, dolphins in the water, or maybe you wouldn't have seen the pelicans diving, or maybe you wouldn't have enjoyed like the beautiful sky, because you would have been sitting there, you know, looking down at the piles of shells. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to kind of take your situation and figure out what are you not missing because you're not working. Maybe you finally have time to spend with your kids. Maybe you have finally time to get all that stuff done that you wanted to get done around the house. Maybe you finally have some family time or whatever, but find the joy, right? Find the joy. If you're having to work and you're like, man, like I wish I was at home. I wish I could be with my family. Listen, maybe you're like, this is my time to build up all that overtime and to save, because there's a lot of people right now that are wishing that they had that money saved. Check out this little scallop. Oh, it's so cute. Look at this little perfect tiny little scallop. Look how adorable. How cute is that one? But you know, there's a lot of people right now that don't have a lot of savings. Here, this is like some sea witch hair or something. I don't know what this came off of, but this is like Ursula's, like some Ursula hair or something. I don't even know what that is. So if you're working right now, take that extra money and put it in savings, or buy some stock. You know what I mean? Like invest in the stock market that's super low right now for your future or something. You know what I mean? You've got to find the beauty, find the positive, and listen guys, I know it's hard. I'm human too. I get it. Like, trust me when I get it. I so get it. Okay, like I know, without going into like too much detail in my life story, you just gotta believe me. I get it. I truly do. And if any of you need help, please reach out. I don't know if I can help you. Like, I'm just me, and I don't run the world, and I don't know if there's anything that I'm gonna be able to do for you except maybe offer some encouragement, or, you know, a virtual hug or something. But if there's something I can do for you, I will. So if you need some help, please reach out. I hope these videos help you. I don't want them to make you sad. I don't want them to make you hate life because you should be here on Sanibel and you missed your vacation. I don't want that. I want this to make you guys excited to get down here when you finally get to get down here. Because listen, right now, the causeway's closed, the public beaches are closed. You know, there's not piles of shells here. There's, you know, the restaurants are mostly closed. The stores are mostly closed. There's not a lot going on. So the no-see-ums are biting me like crazy. So right now, you're not really missing out. Trust me, there's not a lot going on. We are all on a stay-at-home order, the whole state. So just to clarify, because I know people are going to say, well, how come you're not at home, Laura? So stay-at-home order is not house arrest, you guys. Stay-at-home order just means you stay home from work, you stay home from the store, your kids stay home from school. You stay home unless you are an essential employee or an essential business owner of businesses listed, like, you know, you're in the medical field, you are a public service worker, you know, you work at the food store or a convenience store or construction, or, you know, that type of business, or you are going out to a medical emergency appointment, or you are going out to purchase an essential item like food or dinner or whatnot. But you're allowed to leave your house. You can go to the beach, you can go for a walk, you can walk your dog, you can ride your bike. You just have to maintain that social distancing. So yes, there's lots of people out here. Well, not lots of people, but you know, there's people out here on the beach. Blurry people on the beach, but you know, they're maintaining their social distancing. So just be smart, but I encourage you guys to get out of the house. Don't sit around. Sitting around is not good for you. So get out, be active, go for a run, go for a walk your dog, go for a bike ride, do things with your time that you normally would not have time to do. Don't sit at home and let this month go by and not feel like you were productive. Okay, don't sit around and say, you know what did you do in April? I didn't do anything. I binge watch Netflix. Don't do that, except Tiger King. You guys should really all watch Tiger King. But aside from that, you know, don't sit at home and not be productive. Learn a new skill. Learn to sew. Learn to cook. Cook a new dish. Learn something new. Learn an instrument. Learn a new language. Duolingo. It's a free app. It's super fun. It will teach you a new language in like a couple weeks. It's amazing. Learn something new. Meet a new friend. Get a new friend, a new pen pal from out of the country, and share some new, you know, find out what they like to eat, and make a new dish of their favorite food from another country. I don't know, but find something fun to do and make it productive and add value to your life during this month. That's my tip and my advice to you guys, okay? So I hope you guys enjoyed this beach walk. I am literally getting eaten alive, so I'm gonna go. But I hope this was fun. I promise I'm gonna try to come back out and do some more beach walks. Here is a little piece of sea pork. It is a pretty little purple color, and it is wiggly and jiggly and literally looks like a piece of pork. They come in purple, they come in blue, they come in red, they come in orange, they come in tan, all kinds of colors. They are a tourniquet, which is a sea animal. It's kind of like a filter feeder. And they're very cool. You'll see them just blobs on the beach. And they're not harmful or anything, just leave them be. But don't take them home because they're gonna be very, very stinky, and they're not gonna be preservable like you would expect them to be. So not something that you wanna have at home on your shelf as a Sanibel memory. Take some shells instead. But I hope you guys stay well, and I will be back soon. If you are looking for something else to do, I do have my Beauty and the Beach with Laura channel. I am doing makeup videos. I'm doing more so in my group on Facebook, but I am adding some videos to YouTube as well. Learn a new makeup skill. Try some makeup looks. We're having a lot of fun. I'm going to be trying to do some contests and giveaways over in my Facebook group. So if you are not over there yet, I encourage you to join. We do have, ooh, that's a pretty one, look at this. We do have a lot of fun. Try to zoom in on that pretty little scallop right there. Because I'm all about taking care of your skin, and nobody has an excuse saying that they don't have time in the morning, right? Nobody can say that they've got to, you know, get the kids ready for school and get ready for work because nobody's leaving the house. So we've all got plenty of time. If you have seashells, organize your seashells. You know, this is the perfect time to do that. Make a new shell craft. I have another beach group on Facebook called Seashell Crafts and Beach Decor. Jump on there, learn a new shell craft, make a new seashell ornament, put COVID 2020 on there and hang it on your Christmas tree come December. Do something fun. All right, guys, I will, ooh, that sky's getting crazy. All right, I will talk to you guys soon, and please stay home and please stay safe if you are out there working. We appreciate you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.